An acid spill earlier this month from a chemical facility on the West Bank was 10 times bigger than was initially reported. But that doesn't necessarily mean that anybody was in danger. Hey, I'm Rachel Handley with WWL Louisiana, and we're talking about Cornerstone Energy Park in Wagaman. The spill happened in the early morning hours of July 3rd. It involved methacrylic acid, which is used to make certain plastics and can be dangerous at high enough concentrations. So far, the investigation shows that it leaked from a pipe fitting. When Cornerstone called the Coast Guard on that day to report the spill, its initial estimate was around 1,200 pounds of methacrylic acid. It also said that at least some of it had gone into the Mississippi River. Until now, from what we can tell, that's been the only number that's been visible to the public. That is until this week, whenever I reached out to the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. That's a state agency that investigates spills like this, and a spokesperson told me that now the total has been updated to more than 11,000 pounds of methacrylic acid. I've talked to a few scientists since I started looking into this story, and they say that this is not a chemical like DDT that tends to stick around in the environment, and it's also being cleaned up at the spill site. The water was vacuumed from the stormwater runoff, and right now the soil that it spilled onto is being cleaned up. We were also curious about what it could do in the river. The LDEQ says in situations like this, it's typically diluted by the time it gets to the river because there is just so much water and it's moving so fast. The closest drinking water intake is for the East Bank of Jefferson Parish, and it's about 9 miles downriver from Cornerstone. But the LDEQ says that the Louisiana Department of Health monitors the water and that nothing has been reported.